secondary reports like the British press, but produce maps like this. And how's the video? No time. And there's a great video that you should see if you go to YouTube, which is a satire on the BNP. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. Okay. And some of you may know that in the past 2 months we've had a bit of a dispute with the BND, the German Foreign Secret Service. Now this began when we released an IP, a document from T-Systems and an IP list describing a BND cover agency called BVOE and its IP address ranges. And simply Googling the addresses on this address range showed that they had left trails across the internet. As an example, modifying Wikipedia's entry on the BND to say that, in fact, they did not use the Goethe Institute as cover. So once again, who's to judge the privacy of this information? This came from T-Systems. This is a telecommunications company. Is it right for that information to be kept private or not? Actually, it's of substantial interest to many groups. And most importantly, it was of interest to whoever the whistleblower was in T-Systems. It was of interest to them and important to them, and that's enough for us. You can read in this month's, what's it called?
Datenschleuder.
This month's Datenschleuder has taken this information and gone into more depth about the BVOE and what its activities are and the cover that it used.
Thanks for that. It was really nice to see that this document was picked up by this community here as well. So that's the way we would like to see more information being processed.
Yeah. So subsequent to that, we've released a number of BND-related documents and reports. So one of those was on Kosovo, a classified BND document on the BND's involvement in Kosovo in 2005. You may remember Der Spiegel reported on this recently. There was a big scandal in the German press. The head of the BND, Ernst Uhler, wrote to us threatening to criminally prosecute us unless we removed some unspecified BND document. And we asked, well, Ernst, tell us more. What document are you talking about? There are many. And Ernst's response was, well, actually, it's this document about Kosovo, but while you're at it, remove everything. Otherwise, we'll criminally prosecute you, and we've already briefed BND lawyers to look into how to do that. Now, for the head of a secret intelligence service, I was gobsmacked by the level of incompetence in sending a journalistic organization a threat like this. And you can even see that. Perhaps you should speak.
Yeah, well, it was kind of funny. We received this email on the 18th of December, and when looking at the email, we noticed that there was a different date in the email body, which was the 16th of December. So we had a look at the header that was, and we recognized it was forwarded, and then it turned out that the first mail address they had sent it to was the WikiLeaks@jabber.se address, which is a Jabber address we use, and it took them about 2 days to realize that even though
And we tried to reverse engineer what was the thinking in sending it to the Jabber address.
Yeah, so it was the only copy and pastable address on the contact page.
The other email address,
all others are
GIFs, so we don't get spam.
It's kind of hilarious. Somehow, I mean, so much for the competence and maybe the thoroughness with with how you look at things before you start to react or overreact or do something really stupid.
So my impression is that Ernst was a former police officer before he became head of BND. So he probably saw the WikiLeaks German address and assumed that we were a German operation, didn't understand the recent developments on internet media, and thought there is a German operation that is defying me. I am a former policeman, let's use the criminal law. And straight away, without any thinking, and this is really not someone you want to be the head of a foreign intelligence service. You want someone with subtlety. I can't understand. I feel sorry for Germany, actually. Okay, so